What if the greatest cosmic horror isn't something coming for us, but something that has already happened? What if the universe as we know it is already over, and we just haven't gotten the memo yet? It sounds like a wild sci-fi plot, something ripped from the pages of a forgotten novel, but some of the sharpest minds in science aren't just thinking about this, they're exploring it. They're asking if the ultimate end of everything has already begun, far beyond our sight, a cosmic death knell ringing silently across distances so vast that its echo simply hasn't reached us yet. We're going to dive into the theories of the universe's final moments, and then confront the truly unsettling idea that for all our looking up at the stars, for all our wonder, we might just be living in the phantom afterglow of a universe that's already gone. For ages, humans have looked at the night sky and wondered where it all came from. But just as important, and perhaps far more chilling, is the question of where it's all going. The universe, this incredible tapestry of stars and galaxies, is not a static painting. It's a dynamic, ever-changing entity, and like all things, it has an expiry date. Scientists have dreamed up a few ways this whole cosmic show could eventually close its curtains. One of the most dramatic exits imagined is something called the Big Rip. Imagine trying to pull apart a piece of dough, but the dough itself is also expanding, stretching further and further. That's kind of what's happening in our universe right now, thanks to a mysterious force called dark energy. It's pushing everything apart, making space expand faster and faster. In the Big Rip scenario, this dark energy gets stronger and stronger, becoming incredibly powerful. It would accelerate the universe's expansion so violently that it would eventually overcome every other force in the cosmos. First, distant galaxies would be ripped away from each other, speeding into isolation. Then, closer galaxies would separate, stars would be torn from their orbits, then ripped apart atom by atom. Even individual atoms wouldn't be safe. Their very protons and neutrons would be pulled away from each other, unraveling everything. In this terrifying end, every structure, every star, every planet, every living thing, every single atom would be pulverized into nothingness, leaving behind only individual fundamental particles, isolated and silent in an infinitely expanding void. It's the ultimate dissolution, a cosmic undoing where everything literally falls apart. Then there's the Big Crunch, which is pretty much the exact opposite of the Big Bang, where everything started. Imagine throwing a ball up in the air. It goes up, slows down, and then gravity pulls it back down. For a long time, scientists wondered if the universe would do the same. If there was enough matter, enough gravitational pull, the universe's expansion might eventually slow down, stop, and then reverse. Gravity would become the ultimate dominant force, pulling everything back together. Galaxies would rush towards each other, smashing and merging in spectacular fiery collisions. Stars would crash into one another, lighting up the shrinking cosmos with a final, brilliant frenzy. As everything collapses inward, the universe would get hotter and denser, squeezing all matter into an incredibly tight, unimaginably hot point, a singularity, much like the one that existed before the Big Bang. It would be a cosmic implosion, an ultimate cosmic crush, but perhaps the most widely accepted theory for the universe's ultimate demise, and certainly the most somber, is heat death, often called the Big Freeze. In this scenario, the universe simply continues to expand, just as it is now, forever. There's no sudden rip, no dramatic crunch. Instead, energy becomes increasingly spread out, diluted over unimaginable distances. Think of a hot cup of coffee left in a huge, cold room. Eventually, the coffee cools down, and the room warms up just a tiny bit until everything reaches the same dull temperature. In the universe, all the stars will eventually burn out. Black holes will slowly evaporate over truly astronomical timescales. As everything expands and cools, all the useful energy, the energy that powers stars and chemical reactions and life, becomes evenly distributed. There will be no energy differences left to drive any processes. No new stars will form, no light will shine, no life will exist. The universe would become a cold, dark, and utterly static place, an endless expanse of diluted particles moving aimlessly, forever frozen in time. This wouldn't be a sudden event, but a slow, gradual fading, potentially taking trillions upon trillions of years. Now here's where the truly unsettling part comes in, the idea that puts a cold knot in your stomach. What if one of these apocalyptic scenarios has already begun? Not in some far-off, distant future, but right now, or even billions of years ago. The basis for this unsettling thought lies in two fundamental truths about our existence: the immense vastness of the universe and the unyielding speed of light. Light, as fast as it is, still takes time to travel across space. When we look up at the stars, we're not seeing them as they are now, but as they were when their light first began its journey to our eyes. We see galaxies that are millions, even billions of light years away, meaning we're looking millions or billions of years into the past. Imagine a destructive event, let's say a big rip, or even a localized universe-altering phase transition that started in a region of the cosmos, billions of light years away from us. It could be unfolding right now, tearing apart galaxies, dissolving stars, and unraveling matter in that distant corner of reality. But the news of this cosmic demise, carried by the fastest messenger we know, light, would still be traveling towards us. It might take another billion years or 10 billion years for the first faint whispers of that cosmic catastrophe to reach our telescopes. Right now, we perceive a seemingly healthy, vibrant universe. We see new stars being born, galaxies swirling, and the cosmic microwave background showing us the early hot universe. Everything appears to be ticking along as expected, but what if, far beyond our current observational horizon, an ultimate fate has already been sealed? What if the universe has already passed its peak, entered its death throes, or even completed its final act in some distant, unobservable corner? We wouldn't know, we couldn't know. Our current view of the cosmos is like watching an old movie. The actors on screen are still alive and well, performing their roles, even though in real life the film was shot decades ago and they may have long since passed away. This idea underscores our profoundly limited understanding of the universe, not just in its mechanics, but in its timeline. It highlights the staggering timescales involved in cosmological processes, timescales so immense they make human history seem like a blink of an eye. The universe's clock ticks at a rate that makes our perception of now utterly meaningless on a cosmic scale. So, while we continue to gaze at the stars, mesmerized by their beauty and the promise of discovery, there's this quiet, chilling thought. The ultimate end might not be a distant future event we merely ponder. It might already be our reality. We might be living in the afterglow, unaware that the final chapter has already been written somewhere out there, billions of light years away, patiently waiting for its light to reach us and extinguish our perception of an active universe. We can only speculate on the true nature of the universe's destiny, and perhaps, more unsettlingly, on its true present. If you want to keep exploring the mysteries of the cosmos, hit that subscribe button and check out our next video.